purpose of this video is to introduce you to indexing. So the first thing you'll do is log into your Family Search account. Go up to the menu bar on indexing and click on web indexing on the drop-down. The page that you open up is your statistics page. It shows my batches, my indexing totals, progress, and groups. I want to start with my indexing totals, and this gives you the number of indexing records that you've completed and reviewed, and then your total number of records. Any messages, of course, that you receive will be posted here. As far as progress, this shows your individual progress. Under the drop down, you can choose current or previous. You can look at month, quarter, year, or all time. Set at indexing right now. You can select a target, and that will populate your graph. You can also look at the number you've reviewed, and you can also set a target goal for yourself. You can also click on projects and see the records that you have indexed. You can look at Spokane Washington Westlake and see that there are 273 members signed up to do indexing. You can view their names that scroll on this side. You also see the report for current or previous. Set it for year, month, quarter, all time. And you can click here to actually print out a report. And again, you can do it by contributors, new page for each subgroup, annual, quarterly, monthly, custom. Choose current month, last month, your format, time zone, and then generate a report, and you can download. Going back to groups, you also see our Silver Lake ward that has 36 members who have indexed. You see again the statistics with the same drop downs for indexing and reviewing. You can see who the members are, and you can also again print a report. Now we'll go back to our web indexing. If you click on Find Batches, it will show you beginning, intermediate, and advanced. Now I want to explain the difference between these difficulty levels. Beginning indexing, you'll see an image, for example, of a draft card, and it will have the areas outlined where you'll see name, and above that will be the name written, and date and birth date, or whatever the information is. It's easy to identify, and a lot of times they're typewritten, so it's easy to read. As you move through intermediate and then advanced, for example, the difference is what language it's in for the difficulty, whether the information is in a form document or if it's in a paragraph form, and then the handwriting, how well the person wrote who actually gathered the information. One of the most difficult projects but most rewarding advanced that I'd done was some Canterbury, England records that were written in the 1600s, and they were in Old English. They were block text with, I had to search through for the name of the people and the dates, and the dates were written in Latin. So it was a good challenge, but that's just the difference between the difficulty levels. Okay, so I had starred this, and that's why it showed up on the last page of something I'd worked on, so you can check the stars for areas that you're interested in. But I'll go on into indexing. What pops up is an attention information alert that's important to read through, and it will give you a heads up as to what you should initially start looking for in these documents. Okay, so for this document there are two, and if you click at the bottom of the page you can go back and forth between the two. You'll want to read this information for the project instructions when you open up every batch. It's quick to go through, and sometimes the information will be something you already have learned, but it gives you a heads up for how to navigate these documents. Now Family Search has this set up that you look at each document and identify from the start whether it's recordable or not. So your choices are yes or no duplicate image, or no extractable data. Yes, I'll click on that one, and the same for this one. You have the same drop down, and I won't go into no extractable data at this time, but it's something that you can pick up as you go along. They're ready to go, so we're going to start adding the information. So we have the state file number, we have the given name, and it would be the first and the middle name. This is a male, so I'm hitting Command B for blank. There's no information. Then we have the last name. We don't have a suffix as to junior, senior, etc. Spouse's name, the bride's name is Michelle Marie Dressel. And spouse's surname, it would be Fassbender, but it's not specifically stated here, so I'm going to make that a Command B. You want to be careful to only record information as you see it on the document. Avoid making assumptions. So the date of the marriage is February 11th, 1984. The marriage county is Chippewa. The registrar month, day, and year is 2/13/1984, I don't see an amended flag, and I don't see a social security number, so I'm making those blank. So now I'm going to go on to next image, and we'll do the same thing. Spouse's given name. And again, I don't see where she has signed her new last name, so I'm going to leave that blank. Marriage is February 14th, 1984. The marriage county is still Chippewa. And the registrar is February 16, 1984. Again, no amended flag and no social security number, and we are ready to submit this batch. So sometimes there will be issues found, and it will tell you which one of these is not correctly done, so you can go back and make that change. But for now, everything looks good, so we'll submit the batch. So it's fun because Family Search will have confetti fall. And then it closes out, and you can see what you've completed, and you can find new batches or go back into web indexing. So this was a quick demonstration to introduce you to indexing. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to help you with this.